Have you been struggling to find success in your field and wondering why other people have and you just haven't been able to find that secret sauce, if you would? Have you been watching other people climb the ladder of promotion or watching other people climb the ladder of views or whatever it is that you use as a metric for success and wondering why maybe you haven't? Well, today I want to help you. I have a system called the 5 M's. And in this video, I want to lay out to you the first M, which is mindset. Because without a success mindset, you are already defeated. Come on, join me. I ran across this story by John Maxwell. John Maxwell just happens to be a friend of mine. Okay, maybe not a friend. I ran into him at a conference, snapped a photo with him, and so in my heart, we became fast friends. Maybe not his, but that's another story for another day. This story talks about a young boy during the Depression. And, as during this time, it was hard for anybody to find work. I mean, people were jumping out of buildings. It was horrible, a horrible time in American history. But here's this young boy who was trying to find a job to help his family out. So he goes to a store owner and says, "Are you hiring?" The store owner says, "No, we're not hiring." He says, "Well, do you have any work?" And he says, "I do have some work, but I can't pay you for it." The young boy says, "That's okay. I'll work for you for free today." The next day, the young boy gets up, goes to the next store owner, shifts his question a bit, and says, "Hey, do you have any work today?" And the store owner says, "Yes, I have work, but I can't pay you for it." The young boy says, "That's okay. I'll work for free today." He wakes up the next day, finds another store owner, and says, "Hey, you got any work today?" And again, the third store owner singing the same song as the first two. I have work, but I can't pay you for it." The young boy says, "That's okay. I'll work for free." But he says this, and he said this at the end of every day: "If you ever have an open position, remember me." So the young boy, it's a couple of weeks goes by, and the first store owner calls the young boy and says, "Hey, I have a position for you. Are you ready to work?" He says, "Yes." A little while later, the second store owner calls him and says, "Hey, I have an open position for your pay position. Are you ready to work?" The young boy's like, "Wow." Then a little while later, the third store owner calls and says, "I have some work for you. Are you ready to work? I can pay you." The young boy now, who couldn't find a job, has 3 job offers in a market where no one else can find a job. And this is why he was successful. Successful people will find a way. I love this, and I want to read these couple to you because these are so important that I don't want to miss it. While so many people were focused on the Depression, he was looking for opportunities in the Depression. While others were lamenting over the fact that there was not a great job market, this young boy actually said there is a job market, you just can't get paid for it right now. And then the third one, while others felt trapped by the times they were in, the young boy saw opportunities in those times. See, successful people find a way. Successful people see opportunities in the midst of problems. Successful people see opportunities in the midst of issues. Successful people see solutions right in the middle of the world's worst problems. And if you're going to be successful, you have to start with the way you think. I want to submit to you today this crazy thought. You don't see with your eyes. You actually see with your mind. Look at this FedEx logo. This FedEx logo, we've seen it for years. It's been around for years. But I want you to see something. That right in that FedEx logo, you see a small little spoon, a small little cup, if you would. Right in that F area. And then when you move over to the EX, if you look closely, you'll see an arrow. And this is what I've found. I found that we don't see with our eyes, we see with our mind. So therefore, the way you think affects the way you see, your perspective on things. Maybe, just maybe, your success is one switch of thinking away from moving you out of a place of feeling like there are no opportunities to seeing all the opportunities in the world. When you look at some of the companies during the pandemic that were able to pivot, they were able to pivot and become profitable because while everybody else was worried and fearful, they saw opportunities. And it is in those opportunities that they were able to obtain success. It's all about the way that we think. You don't see with your eyes, you actually see with your mind. See, I believe that your perspective is like a pair of glasses that you put on, and it actually is a filter to the world that you're looking into. So when you are just looking and you put these glasses on, they actually change what you see in different moments and different opportunities. I'll never forget, I had the great privilege of going to the Grand Canyon. And so my friends are there, I'm there, we're loving it, we're enjoying it. And as we're at the Grand Canyon, all I see is they have this pole, and that's it. There's like a pole and other poles, and there's a gap in between. And I was scared of heights. Okay, I gotta admit it. Then I was scared of heights. I'm free from that now. But I was scared of heights. So all my friends are going up to the Grand Canyon, snapping photos, enjoying the trip, and all I could think about was, what if I fall in that great canyon, that Grand Canyon? I missed the whole trip. Because, listen, it was the same Grand Canyon. It was the same beautiful creation. But because of the way that I think, I missed the whole thing. See, I want to submit to you this, that when your thinking is wrong, you will either miss opportunities or sabotage the ones that you have. So you've got to get your thinking in line so that you can live the life of success and be successful in whatever your place is in the market. There is a proverb that says, as a man thinks, so is he. And that proverb is so true that you will never go any higher than your level of belief or your level of thinking, because the way you think is what you believe. So if you're going to attain success, if you're going to move to the next level in any area of your life, of your business, you've got to change the way that you think. The bottom line is, where your mind goes, your life will follow. And so I want to give you these just 3 tips, not all inclusive. Maybe I'll make them 5 for you, that will help you move your mindset from that of lack and missed opportunities to that of abundance and success. The first tip is this: you have got to begin to think abundance over scarcity. You've got to begin to think that there are more opportunities than I could imagine, and not less opportunities. When you begin to see that there are more opportunities, the way you handle meetings, the way you handle everything you walk into is different, because you realize you are not squeezing the last of what's there, but you're actually partaking in this abundance that is available for everybody that goes after it. The second thing I want to submit to you is this: choose growth, or think growth over comfort. You've got to get out of this place of just being comfortable, and you want to begin to think, I want to grow. I want to stretch. I want to push myself. I want to dive into areas that I've never been in before. I want you to know this: if you want to have something you've never had, you've got to do something you've never done. Think growth over comfort. Then think stamina over speed. Everyone wants to get there overnight. It is not it. I love the way I've heard it put. It's a marathon and not a sprint. See, when you're thinking growth, you're thinking, I can make mistakes, I can do wrong things, but this is a growth opportunity. Failures are not final. They're just lessons that I need to learn on the way to success. So it's a marathon, not a sprint. Then think journey over destination. that I know the goal is to make six figures. The goal is to find fulfillment. The goal is to find all of these things. But don't miss the journey, because it's the journey that you're on that allows you to learn the lessons that you'll need to get you to the destination. I know too many people that try to bypass the lessons and just get to the destination. It's about the journey and not just about the destination. And then last, think progress, not just breakthrough. Think every day, I'm going to get 1% better at what I do. I'm going to learn something new on a regular basis that will expand me. Stop trying to cram it all into this moment and just take bite-sized chunks of progressively getting better and learning and growing. As you do that, I don't care what field you're in, when you become a student, a lifetime student, you will have success, because you'll learn that everybody that is successful had to learn how to be successful. And so these tips for you are what I like to call the ways of developing a success mindset. When you implement these things in your life, life becomes totally different. Listen, I want to thank you for listening in today, and I want you to do me a favor. I want you to share this with somebody. Go in, subscribe to my YouTube page. I'll be putting these videos up every Wednesday so that we can continue to learn and grow. Hit the bell so that you can know when the next ones are coming out. But today, I just want to leave you with this thought. Where your life or where your mind goes, your life follows. Today, get your mind right, and your life will follow in its pathway. All right. God bless.